Welcome to This Explainer. Look, today we're tackling a massive problem that generic pet reviews usually just completely ignore. We are putting the SmartCat Ultimate Scratching Post to the ultimate test. Can it actually survive a large breed cat? Specifically, we're looking at the majestic Norwegian forest cat. If you've ever watched your big cat effortlessly topple a brand new scratching post, you are absolutely in the right place.
So picture this for a second. What happens when a massive feline meets a generic scratching post you just picked up at the local pet store? Well, it's pretty much a guaranteed disaster. Generic products force big cats into this incredibly awkward, uncomfortable half-crouch just to use them. Or worse, the post simply tips right over under their weight. And that is exactly why we test specifically against breed reality, not just your average, standard-sized cat expectations.
Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the big cat problem, then the SmartCat design, real-world pros, the honest trade-offs, and finally, our verdict.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the big cat problem, specifically NFCs versus generic posts.
You see, according to the Fifi breed standard, Norwegian forest cats are incredibly slow maturing. They literally take a full 4 to 5 years to reach their physical maturity. Because of this, they grow significantly larger, stronger, and heavier than your average domestic cat, which completely shifts the requirements for their daily furniture.
And this physical reality right here is exactly why generic reviews just fail us. Male NFCs typically hit anywhere between 6 to 9 kilograms. A run-of-the-mill scratching post simply cannot handle the sheer force of a feline that size leaning back and pulling. If a post is even slightly wobbly, forget about it. They'll abandon it entirely and head straight for your expensive living room sofa.
Moving right along to Section 2, the SmartCat design and its problem-first origin.
The really cool thing here is that this post wasn't just dreamt up by some random furniture company trying to cash in on a pet trend. It was actually created by a cat behaviorist, Betsy Lipscomb. Her stated purpose was to build a true behavioral intervention to redirect cats away from furniture destruction, which, by the way, is a huge reason cats end up in shelters in the first place. So it's a problem-first design, not just a retrofitted piece of decor.
That behavioral science shows up directly in the specs. Specifically, it has a 32-inch height. Why does that matter to us? Well, cat behaviorists generally recommend a 30-inch practical minimum so a cat can get a full, satisfying vertical stretch. By hitting that 32-inch mark, it easily accommodates the much longer bodies of large breeds.
But hey, height is absolutely nothing without stability, right? Which brings us to the number 14. Owners repeatedly report that this heavy 16 by 16-inch two-piece base stays completely upright, even when vigorously tested by cats weighing over 14 pounds. It handles that NFC body weight problem effortlessly.
Okay, Section 3, real-world pros, and why this thing is built to last.
One of the most vital upgrades on this post is the material itself. Most cheap scratching posts use wound sisal rope. You've probably seen it. As the cat scratches, those ropes snap, fray, and just unravel into this messy hazard all over your floor. Instead, the SmartCat uses a woven sisal fabric surface that's wrapped tightly around a wood core. Because it's woven laterally, it dramatically resists snagging. And the result of that woven fabric? Extraordinary longevity. Owners are consistently reporting incredible durability. We're talking multi-cat households seeing 5 to 7+ years of heavy, daily use without ever needing a replacement. Our sources even point to one mind-blowing report of a post lasting 12 years. Most importantly, though, owners confirm that after bringing this post home, their large cats were successfully redirected away from scratching the furniture.
But no product is perfect, so let's get into Section 4, the honest trade-offs you need to know about.
We really need to talk about this specific, highly credible Petco review we uncovered during our research. The reviewer directly questioned the manufacturer's 100% natural sisal claim. They specifically noted finding synthetic plastic fiber strands woven laterally through the sisal, which became super visible as the fabric started shredding into smaller threads over time.
So we have the manufacturer marketing this as a completely natural woven material, directly contrasted by this very specific consumer report. In this explainer, we are neutrally presenting this flagged concern, without taking sides simply because we just can't independently verify their exact factory production process. But we are highlighting it because it is vital information. If 100% natural fiber purity, with zero synthetics, is a strict deal breaker for your home, you definitely need to be aware of this.
Another quick, practical trade-off is the accessories. You might see marketing images online of a cat lounging beautifully right on top of this post. But if you actually want that elevated resting platform, which they call the post perch, you have to purchase it as a completely separate item. That obviously bumps up your total out-of-pocket spend, so it's honestly best to evaluate this as just a standalone scratching post first and foremost.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, the final verdict. Should you actually buy it?
Based on all the evidence we've pulled together, this product earns a highly solid 8.3 out of 10. It earns this score by delivering precisely what large breed cats actually need: excellent full-stretch height, undeniable base stability that prevents that dreaded tipping, and overall long-term durability thanks to that woven fabric design.
To break it down simply and efficiently for you, this is a fantastic investment if you have a big cat like an adult Norwegian forest cat, if you run a multi-cat household, or if you are actively trying to fix a furniture scratching problem. On the flip side, you should probably skip it if you are strictly anti-synthetic fiber based on that flagged report we discussed, or if you simply lack the floor space for a wide 16 by 16 inch base.
Now, if you decide against the SmartCat because you want something with built-in resting spots without paying extra, we've got you covered. The Fiandrea 67-inch multi-level cat tree is our highly recommended alternative for anyone wanting a comprehensive, multi-function climbing structure rather than just the absolute best standalone vertical post.
As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a final provocative question to maybe fundamentally shift how you evaluate your next pet purchase. Are you just buying pet decor that looks nice to you, or are you truly investing in a behavioral solution designed for your cat's specific breed reality? Because understanding that difference will save your furniture, save your wallet in the long run, and definitely make your cat a whole lot happier. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you on the next one.